what you will learn in this video. In this video, we are going to talk about a very important mindset for learning English: not being afraid of making mistakes. Many learners stop speaking or writing in English because they feel scared of saying something wrong. But this fear can slow down your progress. Today, we'll discuss why it's okay to make mistakes, how you can learn from them, and how this mindset can actually help you improve your English faster and more confidently. 1. Why people are afraid of mistakes. Let's start with the common reason many English learners fear making mistakes. It often comes from the worry of being judged by others. Learners sometimes think, what if people laugh at me? Or what if I say the wrong word? This fear makes them stay quiet, avoid conversations, and lose confidence. Sometimes this fear starts in childhood, especially if someone was corrected too harshly by a teacher or family member. Other times it happens when people compare themselves to fluent speakers. But remember, everyone makes mistakes when learning something new. Even native English speakers don't speak perfectly all the time. 2. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Think about this. How do babies learn to speak their first language? Do they speak perfectly from day one? Of course not. They try, they make mistakes, and slowly they get better. The same rule applies when you're learning English. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. They are proof that you are trying. In fact, making mistakes is one of the fastest ways to improve. When you say something wrong and someone gently corrects you, you learn a new rule or word. That correction stays in your mind longer because you learned it in a real-life situation. 3. Changing your mindset. To stop being afraid of mistakes, you need to change how you think about them. Instead of saying, I made a mistake, I'm not good at English, say, I made a mistake, but I learned something new. This small shift in thinking can build your confidence. Try to look at every mistake as a lesson. Every time you forget a grammar rule or pronounce a word incorrectly, see it as a chance to learn and grow. Over time, this attitude will make you stronger and more fluent. 4. Practice without fear. The more you practice English without fear, the better you will become. Speak with friends, join English conversation groups, or talk to yourself in English at home. You don't need perfect grammar or vocabulary to start talking. Just start with what you know. Here's a helpful idea. When you practice speaking, don't stop to correct yourself too much. Focus on fluency, not perfection. You can always improve the details later. The goal is to build confidence and get comfortable using English in daily life. 5. Learn from every mistake. Whenever you make a mistake, take a few seconds to understand what happened. Ask yourself, what did I say? What should I have said? Write the correct sentence in a notebook or on your phone and review it later. This simple habit will help you improve day by day. You can also ask others to help. If you're in an English class or talking to a native speaker, say, please correct me if I say something wrong. Most people are happy to help when you show that you're open to learning. 6. Remember that everyone makes mistakes. You are not alone. Every English learner has made mistakes. Even fluent speakers of English sometimes forget words or make grammar errors, especially when they are tired or nervous. It happens to everyone. There are many famous people who learned English as a second language and made mistakes in public, but they didn't stop speaking. They kept going, and their confidence helped them succeed. If they can do it, so can you. 7. Mistakes. Show that you are improving. If you're making mistakes, it means you're using English. It means you're practicing, speaking, and taking risks. All of these are signs of progress. If you're not making mistakes, you might not be trying hard enough or challenging yourself. You grow when you move out of your comfort zone. Trying new words, difficult grammar structures, or speaking with new people can lead to mistakes, but also to big improvements. 8. Stop judging yourself. Sometimes the fear of mistakes comes from inside. You may judge yourself too harshly, thinking you are not smart or capable. Stop those negative thoughts. Learning a new language takes time, effort, and patience. Be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Say, I'm learning and I'm doing my best. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being okay with being imperfect and continuing anyway. 9. Surround yourself with supportive people. Try to find people who encourage you, not those who make fun of your mistakes. Whether it's classmates, teachers, friends, or online groups, choose a learning environment that makes you feel safe and motivated. Learning is much easier when you feel supported. Also, support others who are learning. When you help someone else feel brave enough to speak, you also remind yourself that mistakes are normal and part of the process. 10. Celebrate your progress. Instead of only focusing on what you got wrong, pay attention to what you got right. Maybe today you used a new word, had a 5-minute conversation, or understood a video in English. These are wins. Celebrate them. Keep a small journal of your progress. Write down new words you've learned, mistakes you've corrected, or conversations you've had. Over time, you'll be surprised by how far you've come. Conclusion. What we have learned in this video: why you don't need to fear making mistakes in English. We discussed how mistakes are a natural and helpful part of learning, and how changing your mindset can make a big difference. We also shared practical tips like practicing without fear, learning from mistakes, and surrounding yourself with supportive people. Remember, every mistake is a step forward. The more you practice, the better you'll become. Don't wait until you're perfect to start speaking English. Start now and grow with every word. You're learning, and that's something to be proud of. Keep going, keep speaking, and don't be afraid, because mistakes are your teachers on the road to fluency.